What's up, guys? This is episode number 7 of Culture Exposed. Today I'm here with Oliver, a good friend of mine. He studies and lives in Taiwan. It's been his first year there, and some interesting experiences that he can tell you about what life is like over in Taiwan. It's very interesting and it's very different. So let's get to it. Question number 1 would be, what is the weirdest food that you've tried in Taiwan?
So I would say the worst and maybe the weirdest food I've tried in Taiwan it's called stinky tofu, and basically it's a tofu. It's normal tofu which stinks really bad. There are a lot of night markets in Taiwan, and you can smell it from really big distances. Actually it stinks really bad, but the taste is really good.
So yeah, hold your noses and enjoy the taste.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there any close second or any other weird food to the typical European or American out there?
So, Taiwan is an island, so you can find many sea creatures there, which are not common in Slovakia or in Europe. So, yeah, sea creatures.
So yeah, some stinky cheese and food from the depths of the ocean. I am moving on to question number 2. In Taiwan, could you give us some points to how to identify the language there and how it's different from other popular Asian languages?
So in Taiwan, there are two languages, two official languages. First is like Taiwanese, and the second one is Chinese. But this Chinese differs from Chinese because they're in China they're using simplified Chinese, and in Taiwan they're using traditional Chinese, which is way much harder to understand and to write. As many people know, the Chinese language has more than 80,000 symbols, but for basic understanding you need just 1,000 symbols, 2,000 symbols to understand.
If you can read a newspaper, doesn't mean you'll be able to read like a book about physics or something.
The difference between traditional Chinese and simplified Chinese is that simplified is really much more simpler. The symbols are different. They have less curves, are easier to write. So yeah, that's the main difference.
You still have to work hard. Okay.
I still have to work hard.
We should all learn it. Moving on to question number 3, which is the nightlife. So a lot of people don't know this, but nightlife in Taiwan is actually very different from nightlife in like Europe or in America. So could you tell us some of the significant differences that you've experienced in like clubs and parties and things?
Yeah, sure. So first, when I came to Taiwan, I thought like, okay, so there's no nightlife, like at all. But then the first weekend we went to party, and wow, that was amazing. It's such an amazing experience because the first thing was you pay like around 15 euros to get in a club, and then you have drink all you can. Everything's for free. So such a business cannot work in Europe or in other countries, but it can work in Taiwan because people there do not drink as much as we do.
Yeah.
So actually it's profitable business, but here it would be non-profitable business, and people actually party all up there. Many people think that Asians do not party, but they party actually pretty hard.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So my question is that when you go to these clubs where you pay 15 euros and you have all you can drink, is what they have to offer in terms of alcohol and food and everything different than your regular clubs, or is it the same as what you get everywhere else?
Well, yeah, it's basically the same. You get the same alcohol, the same quality, the same quantity. So yeah, everything's the same. It's just you have good music there.
Yeah. And so is there a reason that one would go to a regular uh, club where you know, pay for everything you order? Or you think it's just totally better to go to all you can drink places?
Well, for me as an European, it's better to go to that types of club. But actually, I don't understand why somebody would go different place.
Yeah.
You know, it's just nonsense, I would say. Why to drink for much more money than you can? You know, you just pay 15 euros and you can get wasted.
Yeah, go get wasted in Taiwan. It's like, now people will agree with us.
Yeah, come see me.
Yeah, she'll show you all the good clubs. Okay, moving on to question number 4 is so in Taiwan, compliments that people give one another are taken differently. In Western culture, Europe and America, and those, it's kind of strange for a guy to compliment another guy on his looks. So if I say, "Hey, oh, you look great," or "You're handsome," that's kind of weird and awkward socially. But it's a little bit different in Taiwan. So could you tell us how that works?
So, in Taiwan, when a guy sees you and you look nice and you're a foreigner, it's normal for them to tell you that you're handsome. That's actually their favorite phrase. Oh, you look so handsome. So yeah, it's kind of weird for me. The first months it was weird, but then you can get used to everything. So yeah, that's how it is in Taiwan, and I think actually in Asian countries it's common.
Yeah. Are there any other you know, by Western standards, socially weird behaviors that you've experienced?
Well, what I've seen, when a guy goes on a date with a girl, he holds her purse all time. He's holding it like it's his. So that's kind of strange for me.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's different dating. There's different compliment. Yeah. So make sure you know the differences and you can utilize them well if you ever plan to visit Taiwan. So you know, some good stuff here. And moving on to the 5th and last question. Some people think that there is a situation with pollution in Taiwan, and that also gets confused with the situation in China, and everybody thinks that, you know, people wear masks everywhere and whatnot on the subway and in public. So could you enlighten us on what of this is true and how it actually looks like in Taiwan?
Okay, so first, let's talk about those masks. So those masks are not for pollution. Those masks are when people are sick, they don't want to spread out. They don't want to spread the disease, so they wear it. Mm-hmm. It's not like you think they don't want to catch it from you, but it's because they don't want you to catch from them.
Okay.
This is the reason why they wear masks everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And so is there even a pollution situation in Taiwan, or is that just people made that up?
No. Taiwan is actually pretty polluted. Yeah, it is. Yeah. You can see it in the morning and you can see it in the night. You can see it almost every time. And you can see the differences from place to place. Like in place where I live, it's capital city of Taiwan, it's Taipei. It's really polluted. And also far away, like 400 kilometers away from Taipei, there is a city, Kaohsiung, which is also really polluted. So I would say all Taiwan is polluted. And it's because of China. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because of China industries and everything. The winds flows to Taiwan, you know.
Okay, yeah.
And they even have it's called acid rains, and acid rain, and people are actually scared of that rain. They're running.
Oh, acid rain.
Yeah, they're running to the buildings. They're hiding their heads. It's
Okay.
actually funny.
Yeah. So are there also any other special things in place to clean the pollution, or is it just you kind of just live with it?
Well, I think they're developing new technologies all the time, but now it's just like people have to get used to it.
Yeah, yeah. So but it's not like you know, you get used to it and you can live with it, right? It's not like
No, it's not. I mean, everybody should fight with that, and it should stand for them. Like, okay, I don't want to live in this environment anymore. But that's just how it is now in Taiwan. But I hope it's gonna be better.
in all sorts of Asian countries, there's all sorts of new technology developed all the time. So, you know, there's definitely hope there for a cleaner environment in the future. Yeah, so that was the last question of the video. Thank you, Oliver, for showing up and everything.
Thank you very much.
If you want to learn more about countries, cultures, there's gonna be there's links everywhere at the end of this video in the description box below. If you want to check out last week's video, there's gonna be a link right here. Share, like the video, subscribe. We really appreciate it. Leave any thoughts that you like, comment. This is Culture Exposed, and we'll see you next Monday. Bye.
Bye. I always want to do that.
Yeah.
Check out the link in the description.